Why turn it away? You're right. There is love and night. Nobody knows in this silent world of fiction. Six like heaven's gone into the last madness. A memory. Six like heaven's gone into the last justice. Give it up, my soul. Can't you get yourself back together yet? You must have known by now. Not the same at all. As full of once yourself. Night has failed. I've heard those and the sky has now wiped out. World of fiction. Six black heavens down. It is the last madness.
All right, we're done with that. All right. So this is episode number 80 of the TTF podcast. Welcome. Sadly, Will, the
Will has
DBK.
passed, unfortunately.
To some, it may be some sad news. To others, they might be rejoicing in happiness and just glad that he's gone. But over on my side, it's a big loss right now. But wish.
I mean, it's a good thing he's not here, I think.
Only
It's fine.
the best though. I wish the best for him because he did get a new job and he's living
I'll put
life.
his face in the chat, in
Yeah,
remembrance of all he's done for us.
Yeah.
There he is.
With that said, there's not much to talk about since Will was the voice of reason of our podcast. So, Will, guys, see you tomorrow at T.
Yep.
Basically today we're gonna talk about West Coast Warzone, and some other shit that's happening. There's not much to talk about today, but
Talk about
I'm
some card
pretty
games,
sure.
all the stuff that's totally related to fighting games.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'll probably talk about the WWE shake-up thing, whatever it was called.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Hearthstone.
There's no Will, Javi. After you popped off on him, he just left planet Earth and he's just gone forever.
Yeah, bro.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, so we'll get into it. So like always, my voice is still kind of it's recovering from all the gay sex with
The
guilty.
throated action. It
Yeah.
happens, dude.
But anyway, Vince, how was your day today?
Pretty good, You had some Taco Bell. It's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Work's not been shitty for once, The
That's
past
good.
3 weeks have been pretty bad except for this one, so I'm feeling pretty good about everything.
It's always good to hear. That's good to hear. All right. Okay, let's just get into it. West Coast Warzone was a tournament. It was a ranking event in SoCal, San Diego.
SoCal, San Diego.
California.
EHS 6.
So, it happened. It was a pretty cool event. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that tournament's always really good, but this year it was even better. It's probably the most fun I've had at that place, and it's been pretty damn good. Aside from how people did, it was pretty good.
All right. Since Will is not here, and I usually make him go first, and he was only there for 2 days, so actually there's a lot of funny stuff that happened between me and Will that I would have liked to talk about, but he's not here sadly. So Vince,
if we can manage to drag this out for 40 more minutes, we can get him back, but we'll see what happens.
good off that, man. But Vince was there since day one. I drove up with him and Javi and J Flo. So we'll let Vince start us off on the West Coast Warzone adventure.
All right, I'll just go over some of the highlights real quick. Just seeing the people from San Diego make top 8 in a tournament that has that many people in it, it's always good. Uncle Matt got, what place did he get? Did he get 4th or 5th?
He got 5th.
So everybody that qualified for top 8 got 5th place.
Yes.
Damn. Okay. So Richard got 5th. Sadly, Toki got 5th. They were both in winners, which makes it even worse. But it was still good that they made top 8. It's still pretty cool to see. And then Uncle Matt, I don't know, he must have won a match in losers, right?
No, I think he went. No, he lost his losers match.
So he didn't get 5th.
He got 7th. Yeah.
Oh well, shit. At least he made top 8, right?
At least he came.
Yeah, at least he showed up, or didn't, but he did. So
Yep.
good shit to Matt. Yeah, that was a surprise. I didn't think any of the Marvel players would be there at all.
Kevin drove up there, but it was too expensive to register last minute. And then I know Lord Peter, he had work, but he did show up.
Oh, he showed up the last day, right?
Yeah, I don't think it was a lie. He showed up Saturday.
Well, I mean, it was good that they showed up. It would have been nice if they would have played in the tournament too. But was this a Curly event or it wasn't, right?
I don't think it was.
For the circuit? I
No.
didn't think so either. Well, I mean, so
It wasn't
no
on that
real big
list.
loss there.
Yeah.
But if you play Marvel, you should try to make it out to whatever the next closest circuit is, because circuits for video game tournaments that aren't Capcom Street Fighter games, it's pretty badass. So you should definitely go to that shit. Let's see. So people making top 8, all the funny shit happening, just like all the crazy characters from all the different scenes like coming together is always good. Like the good shit guy was there.
Can you tell us about the good shit guy, please, for all the listeners that might not know about the good shit guy?
He's just like little like troll looking guy from he must be from Arizona, right?
I think so.
Because he showed up. He was at the Devastation, and he was at this too. He's like this little troll looking
He was
guy.
also at Undefeated.
Yeah, what did I say? Devastation? Yeah, fuck me, whatever, dude. Anyways, he's this little troll looking guy, and one year at Evo, like he had like one of those heartbreaking losses. Those ones that like you just gotta like let him like cool off and shit. Like people will like sit down on their seat, like put their hands like that. But for some reason, this guy, his meltdown was a little different. He just sat in the chair and he was just like, "Good shit, man. Good shit. Good shit." He just sit there for like 20 minutes just saying good shit. And he got up and kicked his TE2 like across the room and just walked out. And it wasn't even his stick, so that's a little bit of backstory about that guy. He's like a pretty wild dude, so it was cool to see that guy. It's always funny seeing that guy just anywhere. He played Rico. He fucked Rico up. He said good shit. Like that guy is just a badass. Just seeing like all the characters like that and Javi and Hot Megan interactions. That's kind of just what makes the tournaments for me. So just all those like little moments like that. Seeing people like Danka Diaz like beat people, like he fucked up Justin Wong, that was pretty cool. Seeing like all the local dudes just like beat out of towners and shit, that's always like a pretty good feeling. So that's like pretty much the highlights for that. Oh, and the ice cream at that place was good as shit, and they gave us free cookies. So good venue, good tournament, good experience. Let me think if there was something else happening. Oh, Roscoe's was badass. So pretty much like the food, like everything about the tournament was good. The food was good. The matches were good. The characters were good. People made top 8. People did well, except for Javi, unfortunately, who played pretty shitty. But I mean, whatever. Yeah, it was just like all around like a good tournament. 420 out of 69, I would go again. Oh, and the shirts are really shitty, but they're like funny because it looks like a rubber fist.
Mine's still in my trunk, dude.
I tried to wear mine, but it smelled like shit, so I just like threw that shit in the
You
closet.
have to like wash it first, dude, because yeah.
Yeah, wash it. Like I don't know what the hell you got to do with it, but I'm
Alright.
glad they even had shirts. Like the last few majors I've been to, the shirts are like $25, and they're like super shitty. At least
Yeah.
this was super shitty, and it was only $12. Like that's badass.
Yeah. So, from some of the matches that you've seen, what were probably some of your favorite matches? Maybe some favorite moments? Because I have a couple I want to talk about. Do you have any that really come out to you?
Well, watching Marn fuck up Manny and then Richard fuck up Marn, that was pretty cool. That was a good match. Any of XXK Samurai's matches were really good because the way that guy plays is like really, like he plays like textbook, like really, like he plays really clean, and it's good to watch clean play in a game that's like as kind of crazy as Street Fighter is. Seeing what's that guy's name? No Respect beat Punk with
the NorCal Urian.
and just start freaking out and then getting fucked up in the run back. Like, just all those matches like that. Like, let me see. There's another one. There's some kind of lore behind one of the Guilty Gear matches with Toki, but like I need to ask him what it was. But
Against who?
I don't know. I can't remember. He said he told me a TTF,
Oh.
but I forgot about it until just now. Just the whole Guilty Gear in general was pretty sick to watch, even though there wasn't that many people there. It would have kind of been better if Northwest Majors didn't happen at the same time. But all in all, like all the matches and all the tournaments are pretty good. I don't know what the fuck happened in Marvel because I don't really give a shit, but
Yeah.
it was cool that Uncle Matt made top 8.
So from a spectator and maybe a player one day, a point of view, what were some of the pros and cons of the event, and maybe what are some things that that they could do to make it better, if if anything, if there is anything that went wrong or anything.
I mean, for what it was, like I don't really think there was any problems at all. I know like there was some like time issues with like how Marvel was run, and it was like kind of run weird, but like it's Marvel, so like I don't know what people expected. It's not as crazy as all the other games, so I think the venue was fine. Like aside from like not having any lights inside, which is like their gimmick, I guess. I don't really give a shit about that. I think it's cool. It seems like I wasn't like cramped for space. There was a shitload of space, but that's probably just because there weren't so many people there. I don't know. I think it was like pretty damn good. I have no complaints about the hotel. The bathrooms didn't suck. There was plenty of space. There was free water all over the place. The food situation was not bad because you could walk across the street to that shitty ass Wendy's.
Yeah, and if you want, you can drive like maybe 5 minutes, and there's like a whole big
And
ass
go
food
anywhere
court.
the fuck you want because
Yeah.
there's food everywhere. Oh, MK ran a long time, but that's just because it's MK. Like, I don't know. I don't think there was like a real problem with that, but yeah, I don't really have any complaints about this tournament at all.
All right, sounds good.
I just wish people would have done better. Like that's the only thing, but that's
Yeah.
not anything related to the tournament and stuff. It's not like they played shitty because the venue was too cold or like there was clowns throwing up all over the place. Like no, it was fine. I think that tournament was badass.
Fuck it, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Let me get up real quick from this chair of death. No, yeah. West Coast Warzone was a really fun event. I had fun. I just wish that I wish I can go to more events, ranking or
Oh yeah, ICR would have been nice.
yeah,
man, I
ranking
know.
or premiere. But that's just I'm not as lucky as some of these people that can get days off easily, or sponsored players, or these fucking kids that have all the money in the world from their parents and don't have to worry about anything, or people are just good in the game and they win tournaments.
Well,
Unfortunately, I'm just one average player that's trying to get by paycheck by
Trying to talk some
paycheck
shit,
and all that shit, man. But I would love to one day go to each tournament, and because I've been playing a lot, and I did a lot better than I thought I was gonna do in my pool, but I didn't make it out. I was like 1 or 2 away. The guy that beat me though made it out of the pool, so I was pretty. And that guy was pretty badass. We'll get back to that later. But yeah, so we get to the venue. The 3v3 is happening, and Manny, Alexis, and
oh yeah, I forgot about the team tournament.
Richard are on one team, and I didn't know that their team name was Team Sanjay or like SD/TTF, which was always pretty cool when people put TTF in their name. And then they got 4th place. Sadly, they got bought. But before we get into who they got lost to, it was a pretty big team tournament, man. I think there was it was like a 24-man bracket or some shit. It was pretty big, and
It was
apparently
pretty decent for what it was.
and
Usually
a-
team tournaments don't get any focus
Yeah.
at all, so like that was a pretty good turnout.
And apparently, like when we got there, like the team tournament started at 8. We got there like super like at 9. But then like Sherry was like, if you got here 10 minutes earlier, you would be able to play in the tournament. So I guess like it just started, like they just got done in round 1 as soon as we came in, and we probably could have made it, but like me and J Flo got like in this intense conversation about Persona, and that took the wrong freeway, so that kind of fucked us over.
Twice.
But in the end, it was pretty badass.
because we got like a pretty good playlist. So
I enjoyed
it was
it.
totally worth it.
It was always worth it. Yeah, so that happened. They get body. There's a lot of cool teams. That's all I'm gonna say. They get to like top 4, and they lose to Mike Elnaw's team. So that team, to me, was probably one of the most badass teams ever. Cause I'm just trying to figure out that how did all 3 of these guys get on one team, which are all Wednesday Night Fight players anyway. So it was Alex Valle, Mike Elnaw, and the fucking hero Futile. So pretty much they play Richard's team, and like they beat Michael Na and Alex Valle, but Futile just like runs them all over with fucking Laura.
Yeah.
It's tough, dude. One game against Laura, and not like a shitty Laura. Like it's a good.
He's
The
pretty
homie
good.
Futile is a pretty good player, man. And
All that
so-
character needs to do is hit you one time.
Yeah.
And it's like so hard to not get hit one time in one game. So
especially when you're in like a one game situation where you're gonna freak out anyway. Like, yeah. So yeah, they lose to them unfortunately, and then somehow like Team Gimmicks, which I'm not gonna like shit on any of the teams because they got there for a reason. That team was like John Rog, Guilty, and don't tell me who the fuck was the third. John Rog, Guilty, and 3
Sue Lightning.
Gimmicks. Who was it?
Sue Lightning.
John Rog,
The
Guilty.
special guest for tomorrow, Sue Lightning.
Who the fuck was the third on that team? It was like John Rog. Oh, you're gonna have to tell. Do you remember the third?
Was it stupendous?
It was stupendous. It was stupendous. So that was a team, and then like, what happened with that one? Like they go through the team, and then like in the end, it's like guilty versus like futile, because like I think futile has to reverse OCV because like they all got fucked up, but like John Rog like beat Michael Naw somehow, and then like futile,
Yep.
and then like stupendous beat
tournament,
everyone
man.
else, and then in the end it came down to like guilty and futile, and then man, the best part about team tournaments, in my opinion, is the reactions of the teammates, especially when you have like these top players like like coaching their teammates and just looking at their facial reactions. So pretty much futile was like the last chance, like the last hope, and then Michael Naw was like sitting by him. And if you guys don't know who Michael Naw is, Corey, he's a guy that's smaller than Richard, believe it or not, but he's like
If
a
you can believe
really
it.
really emotional player. This guy will kick sticks, throw like sticks that are not his. He's one of
Dismantle
those.
trash cans.
He'll
take
like
it to the
kick over
moon.
trash cans, and like he's just like, if you, I'm pretty sure if I ever beat him in a tournament and he doesn't know who I am, he would probably freak the fuck out. But I mean, there are people that are that emotional into the game, and I've like
I
nothing.
mean, it's not necessarily like a horrible thing.
Yeah,
It
no,
shows you care.
I've like, hey, that just shows how much you're into the game and all that.
There's
shit.
always a line with everything.
No,
but
there
I
is
get it.
always a line. It's not like he like losing calls the guy like a fucking a moron and a like a faggot or like a so you should die or like not that he just he's gonna get mad and maybe call, what I mean. But yeah, his like every time Futile would get a hit that would like lead into a big damage combo, like his face, it wasn't even happy. It was like, oh my god, please kill. Like he was so worried. And then like
Yeah.
when he lost, when Futile lost, he was so devastated, man. But I mean, that just that was my favorite. It's just the reactions of them. And then in
Yeah.
the end, it came
Tournaments
down.
are so badass. I really wish there was like bigger emphasis on that stuff.
There
but-
should be like an event
Whatever.
that just like it's just a team tournament event.
especially with like CPT now, because like the emphasis is always on singles. It's like it's so much more important now than it's ever been. So like there's just no room for shit like that. But there should be.
There should just be a giant major that this.
There should be a huge one. That's
It
just
should
a
be
fucking
dedicated for
team
team tournaments, and then it'll be a CPT
You
event.
could call it Super Battle Opera, dude. It'd be crazy.
And it would be a CPT event where you get points. Remember the Rambat? We had one Rambat at TTF that was a 2v2. That was pretty cool.
Yep. It was fucking badass.
But yeah, and then in the end it came down to NLG or NGL, which was like Mark Teddy, Chris T, and Brent. And then it was Guilty, John Rog, and Stupendous. The best part about it, like Stupendous and John Rog lost, and then John Rog was like, "Oh, good shit, guys, you won." Totally forgot that Guilty was on the team, and like it was, I was like, "God damn it!" But it was a pretty badass. It was a team tournament. As much as like trash I talk about certain players, like Mark Teddy's a badass. That guy always like, I don't think he knows my name, but he just knows who I am. And like every time I see him, he'll just talk to me about like random shit or about getting drunk and shit. So
Pretty funny, dude.
I saw that guy like in TJ at a certain place, and he was just talking to me. It was like pretty funny. But yeah, but yeah, and that was like the first day. That's like, and then like in the end, we also went to room, but like we got Jack in the Box like 2 a.m. and ate at this giant white like table. It was pretty badass.
Yeah, got shit all over the table. That was pretty fun.
We're probably like the reason why like we couldn't eat other the next day. But yeah, then we all went to our hotel room, fucked around, watched movies. And then I actually brought like my own pillow and blankets and like got sleep because this is like the first time in like 9 or how many of my competitive years playing fighting games that I didn't get like a fucking morning pool.
Which was pretty nice. Everybody had pretty decent pools.
I always get a morning
That
pool.
was weird this year.
And on top of that, they ran an hour late, so it was like, oh, I got an extra hour. So
Yeah,
I
it's
got
like fucking Christmas, man.
I got like a fucking like a full 5 hours of sleep, and it was pretty high, man. I didn't get any warm up games. Just watching a lot of good matches. So many good matches, man. There are so many good matches. There was 4, 8, 12, 16 pools. No, there was not 16 pools. There were a lot of pools though.
It was almost that because they had the 4 different colors. And
That's
then
what I'm
they
saying,
had a
right?
couple
That would
each.
have been 12, 16, like 16 times, whatever.
Yeah, 420.
No, it was 16, right? Yeah. So no, but all the matches were so cool. You're rooting for all your, you're rooting for all the badasses. You're rooting against all the people you don't like. You're rooting for San Diego. I mean, you're rooting for just like Because
The
even
cool
though
people
like
in LA, you know,
even
there's a
though
lot of
you're
people.
yeah
That's
even
what
though
makes it
you're
like
like
cool. It's like a really glorified local.
yeah even though you're a competitive player, you like to me I'm a competitive player, but I still like fanboy out on some players or some players. Like I still think LPN's like one of the most badass like players in the world. That's just me though, cause he's funny and he used Birdie and he fucking beat Chris T. That was pretty badass with the sickest bison in the world.
Dude, what the hell? How
Um,
is that like happening to people?
but and then you just there's a bunch of characters like Vince said. I mean, there's like the fucking good shit guy. There's that no respect guy. Marn in general,
Yeah,
fucking
just
Punk,
watching that guy just try to move around is just funny. So
Dankadias, all the ones that fight guys that are badasses, all the ones they
Lord
fight guys you
Hellfire.
don't like, the TOs and the bracket runners that like still talk to you for some reason. But no, it was a fun tourney, man. I can't find no negatives. The only negative is me losing, but whatever. That's not.
Yeah, aside from the way people played, it was really fucking good, man.
And then I had fun. I mean, any venue that allows you to drink, I mean, that's
And
why
not give a
not?
shit. Yeah.
Um, yeah, my pools I played. I lost my first round to a guile from NorCal named Brass. I fucked him up so hard the first game, and he just adapted really quick and beat me. And then I played like 3 jobbers or 2 jobbers. Then I played Arlith, which was the winner of the last 2 and out, and I beat him. That was pretty cool. I haven't popped off in a while, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty
There's a lore
sure
behind
like
that match,
there's like
man.
a lore behind it. But I'm pretty sure if I like told him that, he wouldn't even remember or cared. But pretty much like every
It
time,
doesn't support to you, man. It's fine.
like I have a list of people that I play online that like it doesn't matter if I beat them or if they beat me. Like if you like don't like give me the second game, I get like it's kind of upsetting, man. I understand that like oh you're a super diamond, but I don't know. To some people, points like mean the whole world. But like he did that to me, and I was like, all right, whatever, fuck this guy. But I have nothing against him, but it was just that, and it was pretty funny. Like I beat him, and I was like, I think it's how I beat him, and just how like I don't like that character. I hate Vega, and I like beat him, and like I beat him with like the most shittiest like I V triggered command throwed him. And then like he tried to backdash away, and I just dashed up command throw, and then like Jesse it was pretty sick. But the one heartbreaker though that could have won me the match against that brass guy was that I did I'm just gonna call it the dirty can setup. I did the dirty can setup. Like it was like last round. I said fuck it. I'll just if he gets up, he gets up. If he gets hit by it, I win. So as I do the dirty can setup, he doesn't get up. He doesn't tech. And then, I do the bullhorn, and then I get, like, in my vision, he blocked the can. And I try to do the setup, and, I die. And then, like, after that match, like, Commander Jesse was in the same pool as me, and he was watching my game. And he said, oh, do you get something when if the can hits? So I guess the can hit, and then I fucked up. And then, so, that kind of got to me. I was like, that sucks, dude, because I could have won the match, and, won my first game in winners. So then, when I was playing Arlith, I did the same setup because it was one of those like fuck it if I die I die, who cares? And then the setup worked and I did the whole thing and like Jesse was like, oh that's fucking badass. So that was kind of a heartbreaker. And then I lost to I beat some other guy. Then I lost to P Avocado, which that guy's a fucking badass. He's like a NorCal player from NorCal, a Mika player from NorCal. He bodied me, dude.
Myself.
Like it was like Mika still fucks me up. I mean. But
That
the
guy's
cool
so
thing,
good with Mika too. He was like one of the original people that played her. So,
but the cool
he
thing,
still got that
yeah.
good shit.
But the cool thing in the end was like, he's like, oh, you want to play more? Like, and then like we're playing. Usually with me, I don't play at like tournaments, but I kind of like wanted to play and get better. So he was just giving me all these cool pointers and shit that I didn't know about, and yeah. So then his match, he played Reedman, which was the guy from Arizona, and that was the match to get out of top 32. So if I would have beat him, I would have had to gone through that Reedman guy, and then I would have made it out in with loser's side. But yeah, and he beat him, which was my thing is like if you beat me, I'm cheering for you because if you beat me, so it's like I hope you make it out. So luckily enough, that guy was like a badass, so I didn't mind cheering him on. So I watched all his matches, and he beat him he fucked him up, man. And then he made it out, and then I think he beat Low Tier God and some. He had a pretty cool bracket, dude. Like in losers, like it was one of those like, man, I wish I won because I wouldn't mind playing all those guys. But yeah, Street Fighter was fun. Guilty Gear, I went 2-0. Like my first match was on stream against Dead Spike. I got bodied. I still don't know like a lot about that game. Like I still don't know what the fuck IB is or what to do. I still think there's like some of Kai's moves are overheads, and I don't know. But I love that game so damn much that I'm trying to play it, but can't find the time to like learn the mechanics in it, which I probably will tomorrow. Since there's not that much going on tomorrow.
Yeah, might as well.
But and then MK is MK. I like watching that game still. I love the sound effects in MK. Marvel, I don't really care about it. I mean, it's a game. The only thing that Marvel has for it is Kyle P. That's it. If I did not know who Kyle P was,
Yeah, some of the characters in that are
I
pretty
would not
fun,
care
too.
about that game at the moment. But then Matt made it out, and then that was pretty badass. Kyle P's a badass because that guy's like, if you just look at him, you're like, damn.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Just
That's
look
it.
at him,
And
man.
the fact that he was rocking like an Ariana Grande sweater and like a tour,
Two
and then,
different ones.
and
for
Alexis
both
was like
days.
freaking out, and then like that guy's like part of like me and Alexis' crew now. And top 8 happened. The shittiest part about Richard getting top 8 was that I couldn't watch any of his matches to like cheer him on, because when he played Nacier to get out of his pool, I was playing my match, and then when he played Marn, I didn't know that was a match to get into top 8 winners. So when he won, I was like, oh, whatever. If it was, I knew that he would have got top 8. That's what I would have probably went crazy and went up there what I usually do, which was really sad. And then after that, he just got bodied like by Chris G. And I swear to God that Snake Eyes is like starting to come back again. And then I really do think it's a mental block. I think Richard has the mental block on Snake Eyes, and maybe on Chris
No, he
G.
just has a mental block against people that will hold up forward, and he just keeps thinking that they don't jump, but it just keeps happening every tournament.
Yeah, so unfortunate. He still got points. I mean, he's going to NorCal Regionals. He's going to Combo Breaker. So if he does well in those tournaments, top 8 all the time, he's getting those points, man.
Hey, it's something, man.
Yeah.
He did pretty good, all things considered. So it just all depends on what happens this week. So
Yeah.
hopefully he does really well again.
Hopefully. And it was badass. I mean, at least every person got like top 8 in the game except for MK. I mean, fuck it. But like Matt got top 8, Alexis Alexis in the way got top 8 in team tournaments. Richard, Toki, and Guilty Gear. So it was a really fun event. They had Rev 2, which was cool. So I'm pretty much gonna end this off if you are listening to this podcast and you're a player and all that shit. If there's a tournament that's like a major or even a ranking event or whatever that's like a 2-hour drive, you should probably go. I mean, if it's not just
go
for
based
the
on principle,
weekend,
man.
just go for a day, play some casuals. The combat phase kids were out there. Just go, man. You'll have a good time, dude. I mean, everyone from San Diego that went and stopped by, we talked to them, had a good time. We all had our own little corner, we took control of the button guy. That guy's a douchebag, but, understand. It's a business. But, I had fun. Also, I like when friends drink a lot to impress girls. And then, it happens. And it's always, I wish Will was here for that one, but good for you guys, man. I had fun, dude. And I have no right to talk. I mean, I got fucking blasted. But I had fun. And Roscoe's is the
Made a
best.
hit
Dude.
album in the room too. It was pretty cool. Just
Yeah.
beatboxing for hours. So
And
yeah,
then,
it was just a really good time in general, man.
Roscoe's
Everything
is always
about it.
good. Every time I go to Roscoe's, I get the same fucking thing. Get the most expensive thing on the menu, which is like the best thing ever. You get the lemonade made by children, and you get the
Yep.
macaroni and cheese, which is like that
Out of
macaroni and
fucking control.
cheese is. I've only been to Roscoe's 2 times, and that was the second time. The last time I went to Roscoe's was like the first Evo West, and I went with the Tekken people. So it was like me, Legade, Kane, fucking Ricksta, Rip, Bronson. It was a really good time, and I feel like I can only go to Roscoe's if it's with like a really badass group of people, and it was.
Otherwise, it
yeah.
won't be the same. Yeah, that's fair.
So and then all the waifus working there. I mean, you guys already know. And then I swear to God, everyone was at that. Just a lot of. I can go in depth on every single day, from all the girls, from all just the players, all the funny situations, all just the I don't like you person and all that. I don't know.
Which
West
is a
Coast
lot.
Warzone. All I can say in reality, West Coast Warzone was a 10 out of 10 event. 420
Yeah,
out of
for sure.
69. I cannot find. I mean, it's just. I feel like it's. I can't explain it. I feel like if I ran a major in San Diego, it would just be that. because it's just
Yeah,
a
just in a
group.
different place.
It's just a group of friends. Because all the people that run it are literally just all the old school AI heads. It's fucking John Rog, Happy Tank Kai, Kino, like all those guys, man. Like, so it would pretty much be like me, Vince, and like Will and everyone else like running a tournament down here. I mean, I know it's like it's not okay. I'm gonna say like it's a shitty event that's good, but it's not a shitty event. I mean, it's a good event. It's like
It's just kind of ghetto.
it's like half-assed, but it's like beautiful and badass. You know what I mean? It's like if I did PHS in a hotel room, but I didn't like put that much into it. Like that's what it would be. I mean, it would be like one. Yeah, I don't know. It's a interesting. It's hard to explain, I guess, but I mean, it's a badass
If you
event.
go, you'll know exactly what we mean, though.
And I would not change anything about that event, man. I mean,
It's good every fucking year, and it just keeps getting better every year.
And there
So,
was 6 of them.
I fucking love that tournament.
there were 6 of them, so they keep coming. And I can only hope they can keep being CBT events. So
Yeah, me too, man.
I enjoy
They
it,
deserve
man.
it for sure.
Yeah, I had fun, man. A lot of waifus, man. That's
It
all I
was
gotta say.
fucking better than all the SCRs I've been to, man. It's better than SCR like every year.
Okay,
Like,
to be fair, the anime SCR was like badass. The one that was at the anime convention.
the Prelude, you mean?
Yeah, the Prelude. But that
Oh
wasn't.
fuck yeah, it was. That was badass for exactly the same reasons that West Coast Warzone was good.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck yeah.
It is the exact same shit. It's just there was just a shitload of cosplay waifus all over the place. It was like a fucking dream come true.
Yup. Okay, so is there anything else we can talk about? You know what? Is there ever gonna be a character release, like a teaser or anything?
Hey Capcom, let me know what the fuck's up, dude. Throw me a goddamn bone.
It's
Probably
like
not.
right, like everyone thought like final round because it was like a first premiere event, so you would think, but there ain't shit, man. That's like crazy. Like I kind of almost forgot about it, and I'm like thinking like maybe other people are fucking forgetting about it, dude. Like what the fuck, dude?
It's just too upsetting for me to think about, so I just try not to. But it's like
Yeah.
it's so bad, dude.
But
Why the fuck do we not know what's going on, and why is there still no Player 2 rematch? Like,
well,
what
let me
the hell?
tell you. I'm gonna tell you one thing real quick about Street Fighter V is that first of all, E-League, the first like block of the big one, it happened, and it was like the number like esports wise, it was like the number 2, 3, and 4 like on the ratings list, right? Which
Yeah,
is
it's
a
pretty
really really big to me. And like, if I was like an esports like TV ratings like popular, yeah, that's a pretty big deal, man. In the
It's pretty
esports
fucking
world,
for a game that is not like that big in the scene.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
So then, what does that tell you? Is that tells you like all the people that like you can complain all you want about this game is shitty, this game sucks, no one's playing it. In reality, there are a shitload of people still playing this game, and all that shit. So that it's just pretty cool, man. Like, could you still have the fucking? I learned to accept this game when I went 2-0 in a tournament and lost to people that I thought I shouldn't lose to. That's when I learned to accept this game for what it is. I accepted that I couldn't use the characters I wanted to use, blah blah blah. But I finally accepted it, and I can say I enjoy playing the game. But there are still people that hold so much hate to this game, which I completely understand. But it's like I don't know, man. All this Twitter, like like Justin saying that he hates the game, and what Sanford tweeted, that shit cracked
Yep.
me up. Just it's the little stuff like that, man. It's like
It can still be funny. It's just it's great that all these great things are happening for fighting games, but I'm so sad that this is the game it has to be. That's the only thing I can really say about it.
yeah.
This is the game that's the forefront of the FGC, and it is so bad. There are so many fucking bad things about this game.
Well, it's only
But, I
because
mean-
it's a Street Fighter title, man. That's what you know what I mean.
If this had think about if this game came out and it was just called something else, like Fighting Street or some shit that wasn't connected at all. Do you think anybody would fucking play it? There's no way in hell anybody would put up with this shit if it wasn't Street Fighter.
Yeah. But it's Street
But, I
Fighter,
mean-
and then there's like $500,000 tournaments going on for it on all these CPT events.
If not for all that shit, like there's no fucking way in hell. This game is so much shittier than Cross Tekken when it came out too. I think that like there's like no excuse. But it's all good because people are playing fighting games, and there's all kinds of cool shit going around, and there's so many games to play. So anything that gets more eyes on it is fine. But I just wish it was a better game. That's really all I can say about it.
It happens. It happens. I mean,
What the fuck are we gonna do? They're not gonna make it better. Clearly, they don't give a shit enough to like actually fix any of the problems. So we're just gonna keep getting this. So it's time to deal with it or just not play it.
but J Smack does bring up a good point. The amount of fighting games going on right now, there is no shortage. It's just that
Oh yeah. Plus,
people,
there's possibly a new game on the way too with that Street Fighter EX shit. So that's cool, man.
but in the end, Street Fighter 5 is gonna be the most popular one because it's the newest game.
Because
It's
Capcom
probably one of the
game, and
easiest games
it's
to pick up.
artificially like hyped because of all the stuff that's going on around it. I get it. I
I
get
think
why
it's
it's popular.
I think it's an easy game to pick up too, man.
Fuck yeah, it is, dude.
I mean,
You
if
don't
you're
have to
new to
hate
this,
it.
okay, if you're new to the scene, what are you gonna pick up? Guilty Gear or Street Fighter?
You're 100% picking up Street Fighter, and hopefully it doesn't deter you from playing other fighting games because of
Yeah.
how bad it is.
It shouldn't, but I mean,
I would hope not. I would hope it would just get you into the actual fighting game scene and not just the Street Fighter scene.
Yeah.
So.
but there are people that only play Street Fighter. There are people that only play Marvel. There are people that try to learn new games, but they just can't take it. I guess they get demoralized when they play people. They just don't know what to do. It's just a sad vicious cycle that happens. You know, I don't know like what I can't tell you what to do. All I can tell you is to like keep up with it. I guess. I mean, the only reason
you
I
really gotta stick with it. If you like the people enough, then to keep seeing them every week, you should absolutely stick with it because you'll have a good time.
The only reason I really picked up multiple fighting games is because like the group of friends I grew up with, they all played multiple fighting games.
Of course.
And we all just, we're all on the same level basically, except for like 2 people maybe. But in the end, we all picked up the same games, and it was a learning process. And plus, we weren't bitches anyway, so yeah.
Why not at least give it a shot?
Yeah. I mean, I think the worst thing you can do is give up on a game because it's too hard. I guess. I mean, I
That is
understand.
like such a bad thing. Like you can not enjoy it and all this shit, but because it's too hard, that's like you should at least give it like a fair shot. And if you don't like it because it's just not good or it doesn't appeal to you, that's fine. But if it's just too hard, like that is such a bad thing.
Yeah. What the fuck were we talking about? I don't know. Oh, we're talking about Street Fighter 5. But yeah, I think that's Is there anything else we can talk about before we just talk about what the fuck's going on in San Diego and get the hell out of here so I can play Persona?
I don't know. Is there anything else? I feel like there's not a lot to do.
No,
like
there's not a lot
we're
to
gonna
do.
talk about NCR and shit tomorrow. I mean, next week, I guess. So
So I'm pretty sure if Will was here, he would probably know, but he's not. So
he's too busy working his job at Chippendales.
game deals. All right. So okay, so basically, if you are a player in the lovely city of San Diego, there are a couple places you can play at. You might keep wondering why I repeat myself every fucking time. It's just because to get it through your heads, you can tell people, new people might come in, whatever.
Yep.
Who knows? But basically, excuse me. There is nowhere to play that much. Mondays there's jack shit. Tuesdays there's jack shit. Wednesdays there are secret sessions, but I don't know. How was yesterday?
Pretty good.
Were people playing?
Sean showed up for some reason.
Okay.
We watched Angie Tribeca for like 4 hours. That
What?
was pretty much it. It's this show with Rashida Jones that's like out of control. It's like Naked Gun, but like a TV show. It's like it's so bad, dude.
That's pretty badass.
It's exactly how you pictured it in your head. It's just ridiculous as fuck. And for some reason, like Sean and me, like really like that show. We just keep watching it.
Right on. I fell asleep.
And I played Eternal for like 4 hours. So
Right on.
that's
Right
pretty
on.
straight.
I fell asleep
Pretty
and like
shit.
never woke up. It was pretty cool.
Took a coma. You should have showed up, man. You would have had a good time.
Yeah, but I feel like
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. There are no secret sessions, but you should have showed up anyways.
I feel like sleeping and having a full night's of sleep and being fully rested. You know.
It's overrated, dude.
And not
We don't have
eating.
jobs where we have to work with children.
And then Thursdays, there's nowhere to play. Which brings us to Fridays. There are like, man, you know
Nowhere to
what?
play.
I'm getting tired of like having nowhere to play these days, man. I think people, we need to step up, man. I think well, not me. I don't know. I'm not gonna open my house multiple hours again. I don't know. I've been thinking about like, is this because you know what made me think about this topic is because when I was talking to the P Avocado guy, to what happened to their scene, Pavocado, whatever. What happened?
Pavo.
What happened to their scene or the Foundry? Like how they got
Dude,
shut
that is
down.
the saddest shit ever, man.
And it just makes me sad because like that's such a big. Well, they have a place though, but I mean,
It's like what happened to us on like a huge scale because there were so many more players. It's
I feel like
it's really unfortunate.
I feel like if you are like a big scene, you should have at least like more than one place to play. That it's like legit. I mean, I'm not like how SoCal they have a lot. They have like 4 places to play. It's crazy. They have like that
pretty
Dropkick
good for
Tuesdays,
weekends.
that bar
Yeah.
place, and there's like a new place open where like they're all going to. There's like 3 healthy like tournament stations up
And there
there.
should be a fourth one at some point in time if that ever happens.
Yeah.
Too. So there's so many places to play.
And then you have fucking places like San Diego that like really only have like one place to play craziness. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like we lost LDL to Smash. You know, like the Foundry, right?
Yeah, it's just exactly the same thing that happened on a bigger scale.
We lost LDL to Smash. You know, I'm gonna be really like, I'll be really disappointed if they open up again when like Marvel Infinite comes out. But you know, I understand, I guess, money wise, but like, what do you really want to support that shit? That's like fucked up, man. Like, you turned your back.
I do a lot of things based on principle. If that did happen, I would not go anyways.
Like,
no matter how it was.
You turn your back on us once, and like, how do we know that it won't happen again? You know what I mean? And then, you know, there's Virtual Fighter. Yeah, I saw Virtual Fighter is fucking hard, man. I don't understand that game. I try to learn that game, but Jesus Christ.
That's a game that I feel like is worth it too. Same with Tekken. I feel like it's totally worth it to actually put the effort in to learn that shit.
But yeah, Fridays you got, what's it called? You got the Microsoft Store. Then you got like the Scoop Phase on Saturdays, but you know they're like in a situation right now where like they're having their 1 year anniversary, but it's gonna be at some guy's house because the place where they play got shut down for like a couple days or something. But all I can say is that just support as much as you can. If you're not doing shit tomorrow we're having TTF. We're having a regular Street Fighter 5 tournament, and we're gonna have all the other games. We're gonna have a special guest tomorrow from Mexico. That's not Alexis, but Alexis will be showing up. Tabeo will be showing up, and they're bringing Gemma or I don't know. I think it's Gemma or Gamma, but he's like a super. I think they say that he's like probably the number one Street Fighter player in Mexico. I think he's from like Mexico City. He was apparently, I've never seen him play before, but he was like a really good Rufus player. And now he was one of those players that I don't quote me on this, but in the beginning I think like he didn't play 5 because like he didn't like it, but I think he
yeah, everybody, man.
I think he's like he just like got back into the game, and then in the end he's just like get Dio. I wish it was Dio. That'd be so cool.
Oh, dude, I wish it was Dio too, man. That guy's so badass.
In the end, I hear this guy's pretty good. But yeah, TTF's open tomorrow. Come through. We'll have like setups for Guilty Gear, Street Fighter, Tekken, Marvel, all that shit, man. We'll have a Street Fighter tournament. But yeah, and then I know I'm missing out on a lot. I know Paradise Hill Showdown I should be promoting, but I still don't know what's gonna go on with that. All I can tell you about PHS 6 is that it's gonna have the $1,000 guaranteed pot. I can't promise a raffle. I can't promise anything else. I can only promise that it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna try to make it a big tournament like always.
And it's gonna be badass.
And it's gonna be badass. Am I missing anything? Totally, man.
No comment.
I don't know. Am I missing anything, Vince?
Not that I can really think of. There's really not that much. The only thing that happened was West Coast Warzone and all that cool shit. So
the TTF shirts, like I said, I put the order in like last week. So like 2 more weeks or so, they're on their way. I think I have like 2 or 3 extra shirts. But as soon as those shirts come in, I'm gonna give out all the shirts that people paid for already, and then the leftovers, which is 3. I think it's like a large, medium, and extra large. I believe are the 3 that are left. I'll just let you guys know for sure. But those are coming in, which is pretty badass. But yeah, come to TTF tomorrow, support. I'll probably start like some like shitty fundraiser starting tomorrow, so we can get like another setup for the house. Okay, Crockett, spoiler, but the next shirt is a wrestling theme. I'm not saying it's a Bullet Club shirt idea, but it is.
But it is.
But let's just end it because I do want to play Persona. I'm on the first boss in the first palace. But Vince, please start us off with, you know what? If anyone in the crowd has questions, blah blah blah, you know, just put them in. Maybe we'll just talk about that. But Vince, take it away. Hot or Not, Ebony Goddesses, call outs, all that fun stuff.
Man, there was a lot of hot or nots, man. Let me like try to think of what's like a little like less obvious. No, you know what? Fuck it, dude. The Guilty Gear Twins, dude. Hot or Not. pretty hot. Aside from like her like blowing up Will for like being weird, like that was pretty badass.
That wasn't Will, dude. Come on.
It was definitely about Will. That's 100% confirmed.
I wasn't.
asked her.
It wasn't. I know who was it about, dude. That's the best part about it.
Yeah, it was Will. All right. Anyway, so it was Will.
Come on.
Will got blown up, dude. Ebony Goddess of the Week is Estelle because there's this like, it's this lady that comes into the library that kind of looks like Estelle and like always freaks me out whenever she comes in. So that's what made me think of that. And the bitch calling is that new Taco Bell, the Taco Bell with the Taco Bell behind the Taco Bell. That parking lot is so fucking retarded, dude. There's not enough space. It's like one lane. And, like, people just back up because there's not enough room to drive through, and I can't fucking back out of the parking spot. So every time I go there, it's just a goddamn disaster. I fucking hate that parking lot. So that parking lot is a bitch, even though the food was really good. And, yeah. Fuck Taco Bell, I guess. Go.
Okay. What are my personal thoughts on Persona 5? I think Persona 5 is probably the greatest game I've played so far, and it just sucks that I have a real job and a shitty life where I can't play it like I did, like 3, where I like played that shit every day, and but I'm like trying to not be a bitch and like stick with this streaming schedule and like not only play that game on stream and not play it off stream because there are some people that like only get to see that game while I stream it, and
Like me.
And I'm also been trying to play Hearthstone because for some reason I'm like super high rank right now.
Yeah, 420 rank.
And I'm like I don't think anything's happening this weekend. So for sure, like Saturday, I know I'm going to like a hockey game with my dad and my sisters. So I'll probably like after that probably get like super wasted and play Persona 5 like for a long ass time. And
See you Saturday.
Sunday's like Easter, so I know we're having a barbecue at my dad's house or my uncle's. So
Dude, see you at the barbecue, man.
yeah, probably. No, seriously, you guys probably come down. But most likely this weekend I'll play. But yeah, Persona 5 is such a cool game. I'm only like 4 characters in, and I'm like super excited to see what all the other characters, who they are and what they're like. For you guys that haven't played Persona 5, like each Persona, there's like themes, and this one are like thieves. And then usually in the game, like people unlock their personas, and there's like pretty much moments like in their like like moments in their life unlock them, and like they're pretty badass. So I'm always excited to see like when like their persona unlocks and like what triggers it. So yeah, that game's too badass. So I guess like I'm a bitch for like not playing it as much as I should be, but in reality like life sucks. So but
yeah, welcome to the real world, man.
that game is badass. So that game was worth the wait. It was delayed like 3 times, and Jesus Christ, man, it was so bad. But yeah, that's a game, man. No, I'm joking. But in reality, it was a brutal wait, but it was worth it. But yeah, still, my hot or not is dude. A lot of the NorCal players' girlfriends are pretty hot, dude. Like not just like the top tier players, but like all like the original players. But I'm gonna have to go with Shinobi, man. The Miss Shinobi, the NorCal girl cosplayer player. She is bad news.
Dude, her thighs are like out of control.
Or even like the MK wife, Amazonian wife.
Dude, what about the MKX Amazon, dude? I forgot about her.
And then
yeah, what? Let me change my answer to the MKX Amazon.
What
dude.
else was
she is
there?
just out of control, dude.
There was like.
It's like 9 feet tall. Good for her, man.
Who else was there? I don't know. There's like a couple waifus at Roscoe's. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, like always though.
Oh, god damn it. Will's not here. Okay. So for Will, my hot or not will be Cyril Blast.
Oh yeah.
The
Damn,
Ken player from Canada. So if you guys don't know who Cyril Blast is, look it up. P hot, P bad. That also makes Street Fighter 5 a shitty game is when you can do hurricane kicks like 5 times for no reason, and there is no way to punish them.
Yeah.
Remember that match, dude? That was so bad, dude. Like, that game gets so sloppy so fast, dude. Jesus Christ, man. But yeah. God bless the Street Fighter scene. And my bitch calling is what is my bitch calling today, man? I want to say Manny because of the situation.
Oh man, dude.
But
yeah, for sure.
I'm not gonna like put that on him because shit happens, dude. I mean, it wasn't really his fault in a way. It's like I drove here, so if I have to go, I have to go.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I guess, but I mean, yeah, damn, too bad Will's not here.
Don't you like?
Yeah.
You kind of know the situation. Though. If you drove with this guy, like anything could happen. So is it my fault that like someone died and I have to go home now? Like, would you put that on like someone like?
If it was you, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah. I don't know, man. What else? Don't give these hoes credits. Who am I giving credits? Zero Blast. But I think we're done. Come to TTF tomorrow. Get games in. Donation drives to give me money to spend on myself, so I can buy PS4s and Tekken 7s. PHS shirts are coming in. If you didn't pay for your shirt, pay for your shirt. I'm mailing like 2, I think. If Connor is in here or Jenny, can you mail me the medium shirt that you took? You have extra. And I'm going to play Persona right now after this on the other stream channel. So if you want to stick around, that's going to happen. But all I can say is I'm grateful for all you guys. I'm grateful for all you viewers, for all the people that's been through the scene since day one, all the new people that we acquired, all homo. And just never change. Let's just get better. Let's just rep. We need to find a way to... We do have a lot of potential in San Diego, and we do have probably one of the top players in maybe the States. At least top 10 players. I don't know. I don't know if that's that high.
Many.
But I mean, we have a lot of hungry players. Nothing happens on 7-7. I'm like, streamers are past that point. Like when I see the little thumbnail. So I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Wow. How did they... Okay. Whoever let that guy win Wednesday Night Fights Wednesday, Jesus Christ, man. What? Do you know who won Wednesday Night Fights?
No.
The Karen player, the Giro or A1, whatever. You do even know who it is? I
don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Gamer Harry's homie. So that's his first Wednesday Night Fights ever, and he won it.
What?
Just ask Richard.
I didn't watch like any of it at all, so that's like kind of weird to me.
Just ask Richard about that. I know he's gone. Oh, and good luck and safe travels to Richard. I know they're driving to NCR right now. So I don't know who the car. I know it's like Richard, Manny, like Sherry, Valiant, Kizzy, Sal. So happy travels to all those guys, and good luck. And make sure to cheer on, all those the players and stuff. But I'm about to play Persona, and maybe next week we'll have more to talk about. Will's gone. I'm pretty sad, but anyway,
he's
Vince,
dead, the funeral will be next week.
Thanks for everything you do, and like I said, see you guys tomorrow at TTF.
See you guys tomorrow, man.
Peace out, and God bless all you. God bless America.
This is the last portrait for we got lost in